What's up, Outer Banks, and welcome to a new episode of OBXE TV, where we give you the inside scoop on what's happening in the local and regional entertainment world. I'm Sue Artz. First up, I'm going to let you know about some of the top stories trending right now at OBXentertainment.com, starting with a new independent film set to shoot on the Outer Banks in April. NYU senior Lauren Mullen will direct her short film called Nag's Head in the area this spring, and she recently told us that she could not imagine shooting her story anywhere else. You can support the film through Mullen's Kickstarter campaign and get some cool perks in return, like an invitation to the premiere screening or a producer credit. Southern Rap Pioneers Rehab recently announced they will bring their farewell tour to the Pit in Kill Devil Hills in May. It should be a bittersweet show after the band has played the popular local venue at least once every summer to sold-out crowds in recent years. The 25th annual Kelly St. Patrick's Day Parade marched through Nag's Head on March 16th, drawing more than 10,000 spectators to come out and cheer on about 1,800 of their family, friends, and neighbors who were also in the parade. You can get full details on each of these stories, including over 200 photos and exclusive video highlights from the parade and a whole lot more right now at OBXentertainment.com. Nestled in the heart of Duck, Ocean Annie's has been the premier craft gallery on the Outer Banks for more than 30 years, and under the management of its new husband-wife team of owners, the shop's unique treasures just keep multiplying. Today, we're very excited to have as our special guest the owner of Ocean Annie's Craft Gallery and the marketing chairman of the Scarborough Fair Shopping Center in Duck, our friend Stuart Chamberlain. Welcome, Stuart. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Great. So now you and your wife purchased Ocean Annie's about 2 years ago. Can you tell us what inspired you to want to take the shop over and kind of make it your own?
Yeah, I mean, we, Ocean Annie's has been around for over 30 years, and we're the third set of owners for the shop. And at one point, there were 5 shops down here on the Outer Banks, and the Duck shop was the first one and now the last remaining shop. And we happened to know the previous owners who were looking to retire, and we just kind of started talking, said it'd be pretty cool to own a shop of our own, but also be part of the tradition of Ocean Annie's on the Outer Banks. So we kind of took the plunge, and in 2012 we took over right before the season started, and just wanted to kind of keep things going, keep the repeat customers happy, but also be able to put our own little spin on it. And now that we've gotten through 2 summers, looking forward to the 3rd summer, I think we've surpassed our expectations so far, and really kind of have some new things on the horizon that are shaping up to be a good year for us this year. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. So I think you've just done some new renovations and are kind of expanding Ocean Annie's. Is there anything you can tell us about, like what you have new that we can expect to see this year?
Yeah, we've added 2 things actually that are going to be different this year. We were able to get some additional space next to where the store is now, and we're adding a kind of a soap laboratory. So we have a in-house soap maker that's going to be doing demos and classes, so you can come and buy fresh soap and see how it's made. And we're also going to be expanding into trying to sell some local wines and North Carolina wines, and really kind of expanding our selection of handmade wine accessories like bottle stoppers and wine chillers and handmade glass, wine glasses, painted glasses, that kind of thing. So those will be kind of different in terms of what we're adding to the store. It's something that Ocean Annie's has gotten into a little bit in the past, but never really took off. So we're hoping that it'll be kind of a new spin, to add some new interest to the shop and maybe attract some new customers that may have overlooked us in the past for whatever reason. So it's shaping up to be a pretty good year, and maybe we'll get to drink on the job now.
Awesome, awesome.
So.
And when we looked at your website, we also noticed that you can order things online. Is that right?
Yeah, we do have a limited selection of products online. With everything we have in the store being handmade, there's going to be some inconsistencies with products, so it's hard to have the exact same products for sale online. But we do have some gourmet coffee beans, different coffee mugs, some photography, note cards, that kind of thing that we offer online. And people can always call us or email us, and if we have something in stock, we'll ship it. If we don't have it in stock, we'll contact the artist and get it kind of custom made for somebody. And even if it's something we've never carried before, we can always work with the customer and the artist to have a special piece, really one of a kind piece made for them, which makes things even more special for the customer. So
that's awesome. So so if people, if they wanted to purchase online, they can just go to your website.
Yeah, the website's ObXEOBX.com. And right now we're probably going to be doing some updates to it. It's adding a little bit more functionality, but it's usually the best place to see if you're not here locally, or being able to come to the shop to keep up with what we're doing, and then it connects to Facebook and all that fun stuff. So we'll post updates about new stuff we get in or different specials we're running. So it's a great place to kind of keep in touch with us if you're not actually here. And that's been one of the great things about owning the shop too, is people have a history with Ocean Annie's being here, and they want to get to know the people behind the shops. And that's one of the great things about our area, but also being a small business owner, is people feel somewhat invested in your success, which really is nice to see familiar faces come back and purchase from you every year, but they're also interested in just how you're doing as a person. So it's a great feeling to be able to connect with people like that.
So do you find that, for example, like somebody comes down for vacation and they've been in Ocean Annie's before, and they walk in there and they see you or your wife Harriet, are they a little taken aback, or you think that they're just excited that there's new owners? And
I think there was we did a good job of just rebranding ourselves when we took over. We changed the logo. We really put the information out there that we were the new owners, we were taking over. And one of the things, previous owners, they didn't have much of an online presence before, so that was kind of a new thing that we added, and we were able to connect with people in more ways than they had available in the past. So I think that helped. And when people came in, if they did ask for the previous owner, we would let them know. And it's great because we still keep in touch with the owners we bought the store from, and even the original owners who started the store. We keep in touch with both of them, and so it's really a family of business owners, and it's just kind of being passed down from person to person. But we've kept a lot of the products the same, so the atmosphere and the experience of shopping hasn't really changed. We like to think we've just kind of improved it a little, or added some different perspective to it. So it's neat to kind of be able to change it, but also keep some of the history the same. Right.
So the name Ocean Annie's, that's been the same throughout, or has it changed during the years?
No, it's been the same name. The story is the original owner's middle name was Annie, and when she started the store, she just thought Ocean Annie sounded great and kind of stuck with it. And it's funny, people will come in and ask who Annie is, and we have a girl who actually works for us in the summer whose name is Annie, but she's not the Annie. But so it's kind of fun to tell them the story and the history of the store, and it just kind of has a nice ring to it. And when you hear Ocean Annie's, it's something that I think is familiar to people who've been coming to the Outer Banks, and it's, even if they haven't really been in the store, it's like, oh yeah, I've heard of this store. So it's that was one of the nice things buying into a business that had an established brand. Mm-hmm. We were able to tweak it just slightly without losing much of the people's awareness with it. So mm-hmm. it was a big plus for us, and we've been real excited to be able to put our spin on it. So
Excellent.
yeah.
Excellent. And of course, you are also the current marketing chairman for the Scarborough Fair Shopping Center in Duck. Can you tell us a little bit maybe about what Scarborough Fair has planned, any events they have planned for this coming season?
Yeah, they have a lot of cool stuff on the horizon. I mean, Scarborough Fair is a unique shopping experience in Duck, and it's really the original shopping village in Duck. And people don't really realize what's back there because it does sit off the road. It's kind of intertwined in some of the trees, so there's a lot of shades and different walkways, that kind of thing. But there's 13 different shops. Each one of them is unique. Nobody's selling the same thing as anybody else. And one of the things they've tried to do here recently is add some events during the summer and in the off season that'll get people coming out kind of in the middle of the week, because you have Thursdays and Fridays is kind of the shopping days for people on vacation, and it gets kind of crowded, and we want to let people know they can come out before that if they want to. But one of the things they do is called Fair Days, and that starts in May, and it's every Wednesday. Lasts through the first or second week in September, depending on weather. And it's kind of an all-day thing from about noon until 6. There's music. There's activities for kids. The Kerala Wild Horse Museum brings some of the gentle ponies up for kids to pet and to ride if the weather's not too hot. And there's Magic Mike is there making balloon animals. There's a juggler. Marionettes are there kind of walking around doing little plays, and each shop has a different activity or sale or something for the kids or the adults to kind of get involved with. So it's a really cool atmosphere. It's something kind of midweek for people to get out and see what we have to offer in terms of a shopping experience. And some of the other things we've talked about for this year is doing a kind of a classic car show, and maybe some kind of garden show where each shop would have a different garden or flower display that people could then vote on. So there's a lot of really cool ideas that have been floating around, and some things kind of in the off season to bring people down and give them more than just a place to spend money. I mean, of course we want them to do that,
exactly.
But we want it to be kind of a destination shopping experience where people will remember it further than just the receipt or the credit card bill that they have. So
that is cool. So when it's Wednesdays, you said?
Wednesdays from about 12 until 6.
And then there's like no separate admission they have to pay. It's just all these
free.
Things are going on, and
most of the activities are free. Some of the things we'll take donations. You can get your face painted. There's glitter tattoos, which has a small fee attached to it. They do wine tastings. Suey's Barbecue is there, so you can get barbecue sandwiches. There's ice cream shop, coffee shop, and just a bunch of different stuff that really kids or adults will find interest in. At least one of the items, I think. So, and then if you don't want to spend any money or do any of that, you can just sit in the courtyard and listen to free music. So it's Mojo Collins, who's real big. Kind of jazz guy around here, has a pretty big following, so he's there every Wednesday, and they kind of have like a bluegrass band following him and some other stuff. So it's a really cool experience, and something different that I don't think Duck has really had in the past. But the free events is something that really brings people out and is a welcome atmosphere for families. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's good. We're excited about this year, and as long as the weather holds up and
yeah, well, it can't be much worse than it's been lately. That's
as long as it stops snowing, I think we'll be all right. So.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for coming to visit us today.
Thank you.
We can't wait to come to Ocean A's and check out all the new things that you guys have been doing. And we're definitely going to come by on one of those Wednesdays at least and see all of the events and what each shop has to offer.
Yeah, April should be the time everything kind of gets going. So everybody's getting geared up for the season, and should be lots of cool stuff happening in just a couple weeks. So
nice, very nice. Great. Well, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
And again, if somebody wants to look at your website. It's Ocean Annie's.
OceanAnniesOBX.com.
OceanAnniesOBX.com.
Scarborough Fair has a website. It's Scarborough Fair and DuckNC.com. It's easier to Google it, but
Right.
you can find information on all the other shops there as well. So
Great. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And yeah, we'll help spread the word. And
Yeah,
hopefully
come
you guys
on
will have a very busy season.
Yeah, we'll be there. So we'll say hi to us and we'll give you some cool stuff to buy.
Awesome. Great. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Sue Artz with OBX Entertainment and OBXE TV, and we'll see you next time.